If only YouTube copyright bullcrap would actually not be on here. I would actually be able to play a little special song for you guys at the beginning, but no, copyright's copyright, so regardless. But what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 8 of Movie Fanatics with Luke and Michael. Of course, with my co-host, Michael11591. What is up, my guy?
I am doing good on this fine Tuesday night.
I wish I was better, but you know what? Hopefully this show will get me through a bit of a rough day. But
I had a little bit of a rough day as well, so.
Did you work today?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I mean, hopefully you didn't have a state come into the building, because fuck.
No.
That's what happened with me today, and did not go very well. So, whoopity-doo, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, like, I could not tell you how badly I wanted to leave, so I could just go to the gym and just relax a little bit with my life. Because, good God, it was not a good day for me. But,
well, we got this show
hopefully,
to look forward to.
What?
We got this show to look forward to.
At least that, and hopefully a movie I can watch tonight, but I don't know what I want to watch exactly. But actually, really quick, before we actually get into the show, I think I'll actually pull out my two options here that I literally left up here, because I was actually thinking about rewatching both. View Drew MVP is in the building. What's going on, man? Happy to see you here. But the two I was thinking of were between these, because I'm pretty much infatuated with this Nosferatu story, so don't care. But I don't know. Maybe this one. Maybe this one. I haven't watched this one in a little bit. But excuse me. Anyways, let's get to weekend box office to kick off the show. You guys already know that is the way we kick off the show.
Yeah, we got a steep decline in the number one that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, all right, let's hold on one sec. Okay, so yeah, Captain America: Brave New World faced a 68% drop. Yeah, quite the tragedy, I must say, for that, because yeah, I don't know what else to say, because it's not that great of a movie.
It's an okay film,
but still not
great.
Not necessarily good.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say. It's not good, but
it's watchable.
I mean, yeah, it's watchable, but that doesn't mean it's good.
No.
But the one that should have topped it, that was actually like good, was The Monkey, that came in second place and I think it came out with like the funniest fucking thing I have seen. I'm trying to pull it up here really quick.
Which I do want to see The Monkey.
This is like honestly one of the funniest things I've seen on social media as of recently. So Neon posted this on their Instagram, and it says, "The almost number one movie in America. Damn you, Marvel Hulk smash Harrison Ford." In my personal opinion, though, I do think The Monkey honestly deserved to be number one at the box office, because I thought that was such a fun movie. And I can't stop thinking about some of those really crazy kills. If you guys want to see, I'll just say this. If you guys want to see some bodies explode, you're going to have some fun. Because you'll get that. You'll get it. Why would they post it on IG? Because it's funny. That's because The Monkey is a comedy. So come on.
Yep.
That's funny. So here, I'll actually let me see if I can actually pull. I had it on my archive for a second. I'm going to pull it up and show the screen.
Yeah.
Because this was seriously funny. This was funny. So there you go. The almost number one movie in America. Danny Marvel Hulk smash Harrison Ford.
Make it full screen to show.
Okay, yeah, I'll put myself in the layout quick.
Yeah, put yourself in the layout there.
And then if you guys can read that right there. Oh man, dude! Like at first I thought when I saw it I was like, oh, maybe the monkey actually got number one movie in America. And then I said the almost, and then I was like, oh damn, because again it deserved it. I freaking love the monkey. Don't care what people say, it's awesome. Paddington in Peru had a 49% drop with $6 million. Dogman had a 40% drop with 5. Ninja 2 had $3 million domestically with a 58% drop. Hard Eyes had a 73% drop with $2 million. I still don't know how Mufasa the Lion King is in the top 10. Even though it's at a 40%, even though it was a 40% drop.
It's the power of Disney.
No, I feel like Disney said to Barry Jenkins, the power of the cash compels you. I know this is not The Exorcist, but I don't give a shit. Like the power of the cash compels you is literally what any studio will say to get a good director to make a movie like that. Now, it's not to say that there's not people out there that like Mufasa. If you do, fine. Like, that's good. I'm glad you do, but I don't. So, and then The Unbreakable Boy with $2 million. It's literally its opening weekend. Not doing too good.
Not hurt. Once again, Bombgate.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe they might actually have a successful one coming up soon, but we will see. I mean, not looking like it for March, because there's not really anything Lionsgate coming out since Mickey 17's Warner Brothers, Novocaine's by Paramount, The Day the Earth Blew Up is by Warner Brothers, Snow White's obviously Disney. Like, what the hell? And I think Locked, the movie with Bill Skarsgård, I think is like distributed with Paramount. Mm-hmm. Alto Nights is Warner Brothers. I'm trying to remember what else. Death of a Unicorn, that's A24. So yeah, there's no way. And then A Working Man's MGM, and then what is it? The woman. Did I say The Woman in the Yard? No. Oh yeah, The Woman in the Yard. The Woman in the Yard is Universal and Blumhouse. So yeah, nothing Lionsgate next month.
As I would call The Woman in the Yard, The Mid in the Yard, because that trailer was very mediocre.
Kind of a bad trailer, honestly. I mean, who knows? Maybe it could surprise me. It's from the guy that did Carry On from last year, which really surprised me. I mean, I love Wame Colette Serra as a director. I mean, he did Unknown, Nonstop, The Shallows, Run All Night, which I thought were really good movies. And I thought Black Adam was fine. Like, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's okay, though. It was fine, but nothing
kind of forgettable.
It's very, very forgettable. Like the last time I watched it, like my score dropped drastically, and now I've already forgotten all of them. Pretty much forgotten everything about it.
I only watched it once, and that was when it came out, when I saw it in the theater.
Trying to see what else he did. He did The Commuter, another Liam Neeson movie. House of Wax, which I don't really remember anything about.
I like the original. The original's a classic.
This is the remake I'm talking about of House of Wax.
Yeah, I know, but I saw the original. It's a classic Vincent Price film.
I do got to see the original. Jungle Cruise, which I actually had a good time with.
I like Jungle Cruise. I had fun.
It's stupid. It's very stupid, but it's a good time.
Yeah. Even when you watch it, when I watched it in the theater, I was like, you really feel like you're on the cruise with them.
You definitely do feel that. I definitely do agree that it actually feels like you're on the Jungle Cruise ride.
Hmm.
But if it was like cranked up to 11,
And I never even rode the Jungle Cruise ride.
I know the Jungle Cruise ride is like not like, that epic in scale. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like one of those like roller coasters, that you would find at
It's
Disney
not a
World.
roller coaster though; it's just a boat ride.
Yeah, it's just a ride on the Jungle Cruise is really all it is.
Which when I was at Disney last year, I my sister didn't get a chance to ride it.
You should. I mean, the Jungle Cruise ride is fun. It's nothing like the most like groundbreaking thing, but it's a good ride. It's pretty fun. Let's see.
Brother,
Chivava, that I think that's another like kind of Bollywood
film.
flick. I think it's what it is. One of them days at a 53% drop. It kind of makes sense because the film is now on digital, so
Yeah.
I kind of did expect it to go down in numbers, but it's a really fun movie. But I do expect films like that already land on digital to go down in numbers.
Mhm.
Distinctly. Love Hurts. Love Hurts already is on digital now, so and it dropped by 74%.
Yeah, which in April it's getting a 4K Blu-ray edition that's kind of like a collector's edition where it has deleted and extended scenes. So we will be getting those scenes that they cut, which
hopefully it's actually story scenes and not just scenes that they were just like, okay, yeah, cut it out.
Yeah, which hopefully that will help the film.
I kind of doubt it will, but who knows? I still wish it was an extended cut rather than just deleted scenes.
Yeah, I agree. Like when I saw it announced, I was like, they announced an extended cut, and then when I saw, it's just a collector's edition, I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, but it is what it is, I guess. But Becoming Led Zeppelin, 45% drop. Complete Unknown, 29% drop. But it makes sense for but also it makes sense why like stuff like A Complete Unknown, and I'm Still Here, some of the other ones that are down on this list.
Yeah.
Because it's now Oscar movie week now for certain theaters.
Yeah. Which you see right there, it says 2025 Oscar shorts.
Yep. It's now Oscar movie week because the Oscars are next Sunday, and
this upcoming
Michael
Sunday.
and I are this coming Sunday, and Michael and I are planning a watch party of the Oscars so we can get you guys can get our live reactions to the wins.
Yeah.
So let's keep going here a little bit because there might be a couple other ones I know that
Companion, 67% drop. You're muted. Your audio went out. And here we go again. Luke has to get new headphones, guys. It's going to be another technical difficulty stream. But yeah, throw a one in the chat if you think Luke should get new headphones. But yeah, Companion, 67% drop. Well, it's coming out on digital soon.
What, Companion?
Yeah.
Companion is already now out on digital, so
it's already out on digital.
I mean, let me see if I can prove. I literally have it right here.
Wow. It's not even out a month already, and it's already on digital.
It's the same with Dogman. Like Dogman hasn't even been out for a month. It's already on digital now. So, Well, and the same with Love Hurts. Love Hurts has not even been out for a month yet. But it was not a very, it was not very profitable. So,
which
makes sense why.
It's one of the best films so far of the year.
What, Love Hurts?
No, Companion. I'm talking about.
No, I was saying the same thing with Love Hurts because because of the fact that it wasn't out for a month, and it already dropped on digital. So
yeah.
but
But Companion, it's one of my favorite films of the year so far.
it's only my number 2 as of right now. But there's still quite a few more movies we have left to go.
Mm-hmm.
Again, one of the ones I can see topping into the number 1 slot is Mickey 17.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, just saying, at the moment, might be. Hell, maybe Death of a Unicorn could overtake it. Who knows? So we'll see.
We got Y'all Need a Pilot, Flight Risk with a 62% drop.
I don't know how that film is still playing in theaters. My theater isn't even playing it anymore.
But I'm waiting to check it out when it comes out to see how bad it is.
It's out on digital now, so be my guest. But
Moana
other than
2.
Yeah, Moana 2 is going to be on Disney Plus here pretty soon.
44% drop.
Movie already made $1 billion, so it's not really a surprise.
Yeah.
Why it dropped. There's still quite a bit, but again, these other ones are basically for some of these other ones down below are for Oscar movie week, so it's not really much of a surprise here.
Honora would have 75% with 75% positive, 75%.
75% increase.
75% increase, yeah.
That's basically, and that's what you're trying to go for.
This is all for Oscar. Oscar week.
Yeah, yep. It's Oscar week, so yeah, there's still definitely going to be more coming up, and yeah, The Substance, 169% increase is what it says, which is
it's higher than Conclave.
Well, in regards to increase, but with money it made, not even.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, other than that, though.
Other than that, that's it for the weekend box office. Let's see if this upcoming weekend, Last Breath will make it into the top 5.
I think it probably will. I mean, so far from what I've seen out of reviews, it's actually doing pretty good so far with reviews.
And I'm seeing it on Friday.
I hope I can see it. I'm actually going to check my theater site right now as we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe see if they updated it or not.
Yeah, mine is a 4:30 showing at my local Alamo.
Okay, not quite yet. So maybe tomorrow they might update it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm not like 1,000% confident in that, but I guess we'll find out once we get to it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's it for the weekend box office. Let's go ahead and move on. Crap. Come on. Move on to our next one. Let's go ahead and talk about stuff involving Clayface. So Clayface is reportedly going to be rated R,
mm-hmm.
which already intrigues me because, some comic book movies are better when they're rated R. That's not Kraven the Hunter. Sorry. I'm specifically meaning stuff like Deadpool.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine, Logan, like that kind of stuff. Birds of Prey.
Very underrated.
Yeah, some comic book movies are better when they're rated R. Like I said, when it's not Kraven the Hunter. But
this come from /film.com. So it's going to be a body horror movie set in the DC universe.
But and I think it's but I think it's also that Mike Flanagan is writing this as well.
Yeah.
Which really caught my attention. Like that I thought was incredibly interesting that he decided to write this kind of movie, because this is not usually like, his bread and butter, So since it was
Good. It says Safran and James Gunn confirmed that James Watkins is in active negotiations to direct the film.
The guy that directed last year's Speak No Evil. Mm-hmm. And he is a very good director. I mean, he also directed The Woman in Black and Eden Lake, which are really good movies. So yeah, I would recommend those. In case you're not familiar, Watkins is responsible for Eden Lake, Woman in Black, recent Blumhouse remake of Speak No Evil, and the horrifying Shut Up and Dance episode of Black Mirror. As for the Clayface character, he's been previously voiced by Ron Perlman in the DC animated universe. Elsewhere, Alan Tudyk voices him in both the Harley Quinn and Creature Commandos animated series. While in live action, Brian McManaman played him on Gotham, and Lorraine Burroughs portrayed Lady Clay on Pennyworth, The Origins of Batman's Butler.
Which I thought Brian McManaman, he did a pretty decent job in Gotham as Clayface.
Yeah.
And Gotham is a really good show. I've seen like every episode when it was airing.
I never watched Gotham.
Definitely watch it. Very good show.
But again, time consuming, my friend.
Yeah, it's a good show, but of course, it's set, before Batman comes into play. I mean, we got a young Bruce Wayne in it.
If any of you guys are really knowledgeable about Clayface, please let us know in the comments, because I'm not very knowledgeable of that character. But the fact they're kind of taking this into the body horror realm interests me.
It says Clayface could theoretically exist in any of DC's new avenues, including Elseworlds.
However, as Safran declared, it was important that Clayface be part of the DCEU, or the DCU, excuse me. It's an origin story for a classic Batman villain that we have in our world. In other words, it seems Clayface, an R-rated body horror movie, is going to be part of the official DCU. Mm-hmm. That is certainly very, very intriguing for sure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, with the body horror elements to this, I think that's actually a pretty good idea. But excuse me. But I don't know. I mean, it's a cool idea, but I don't know exactly how they're going to handle this, because again, I'm not familiar with the character of Clayface, because I don't read really that many Batman comics. But who knows? I may need to get into some of that and maybe start watching Gotham, but who knows? We'll see. Most people are familiar at this point with Gunn's past as a horror filmmaker, but some may be unaware of Safran's history as a horror movie producer. Did he work on the Conjuring franchise as a producer at Warner Brothers, but also one of his earliest collaborations with Gunn was on the Belko Experiment, which
I have yet to see, but I heard it's really good.
A violent and volatile chamber piece about office workers forced to kill each other as a part of disturbing experimental study. Gunn even name-checked that film when discussing Clayface, saying that it's the kind of film he and Safran had been chasing down to make back then, but we would have died to produce this movie because it was just a really excellent body horror script. Gunn explained, and the fact that it's in the DCEU is just a plus. Mm-hmm. So, there you go.
Mm-hmm. And it says, fortunately, Clayface will be there to bridge that gap. Not every movie has to be for everyone, but we want to have something for everyone. The body horror villain origin story also came up when Safran and Gunn were asked about the prospect of mind budget experimental films on DC's slate. So it certainly seems like Clayface is going to be Gunn's avenue to honor the pathway that got him his start in the industry.
There you go. Because, I mean, if you guys have seen James Gunn's directorial debut in Slither, then you would know why I think this is actually a good idea for him to produce this.
Which I still have yet to watch that film, and I own it.
It's really fun.
Same with the Belko Experiment. I have that film as well, but haven't gotten around to watching it.
Slither I love, but Belko Experiment I'm like, it's okay. I mean, great concept though. Great concept, like where office workers are forced to kill each other. Like that is a great concept, but it just didn't execute it like in the way that I wanted it to. But it's all right. It's whatever. But how are you feeling like about this body horror approach to this kind of character of Clayface?
I think it's interesting. It's not going to be no substance, from what they did in that film. I think we're going to get a different body horror approach to Clayface set in, the DC universe.
Yeah, I guess we can find out. Like I said, once we get there, but again, it's going to be a little bit until we get there. Because again, it literally was just announced like a couple days ago, and the script is still in the works from Mike Flanagan. So, and with Mike Flanagan writing this, I think this is actually a really good idea because the guy is honestly not only one of the best horror directors out there, he's one of the best writers out there right now with stuff like Midnight Mass, Doctor Sleep, Hush, Ouija, Origin of Evil, which surprised the fuck out of me how good that was. Anything Mike Flanagan touches will honestly be gold. I mean, if you guys have seen The Haunting of Hill House, you know. But yeah, like I said, with Mike Flanagan at the helm to write this, that actually gives me a lot of faith. Because I have all the faith in the world with Mike Flanagan. But how do you guys feel about this report of Clayface being rated R and is going to be a body horror movie? Please let us know in the comments below. All right, let's talk about this Hancock sequel that was teased by Will Smith. This I actually did not know about until Michael brought it up to my attention.
Because after I watched Hancock, I saw it like a few years back, and I really enjoyed it. I'm like, there has to be a sequel. They should do a sequel to the film. And lo and behold, Will Smith ended up teasing this. And
yeah, but so many years later, it's kind of crazy that he teased this right now.
Well, it came out in 2008, the original film. So that's
no, it makes no. I know that. I knew it came out in 2008, but it's just so many years later that they announced this. So, and reveals Zendaya is being approached for a role. So this already is interesting.
Yeah, Will Smith is teasing that a sequel to Hancock is in the works and wants Zendaya for a role in the film. The actor made a surprise appearance on XQC's live stream on Twitch and answered some fan questions. Yet saying there's a really cool Hancock idea we haven't even talked about. That's what Will Smith ended up saying. Will Smith added, "I'm going to give you one little piece. Zendaya is being approached for a role in the film." Of course, Hancock is a 2000.
Hancock is a 2008 superhero movie directed by Peter Berg and based on a screenplay by Vince Gilligan and Vi Vincent Go. But if you guys don't know Vince Gilligan, creator and writer of Breaking Bad, the greatest television series of all time. The film revolves around the titular character played by Smith, who is amnesiac, alcoholic, reckless superhero just trying to remember his past. Hancock is fun. It's not really that great of a movie, like in general, but it is a good time.
Yeah, it's a fun film.
A sequel to the film has been in the works since its release. Berg told NTV News in 2009 that Smith and Theron would return for the follow-up movie, saying everybody's going to be coming back for the sequel. In 2012,
let's see if
Berg was asked for an update on the Hancock sequel and revealed that that it was a question of timing to get the film going.
Let's just say, hopefully, they live up to that with Charlize Theron and Jason Bateman and Eddie Marsan returning for the sequel. Let's hope.
More than likely that won't happen, but one can only hope, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we shall see once we get to that point.
Says we've been talking about the sequel between us, Will Smith, producers Michael Mann and Akiva Goldman, and myself. We're all interested, but we literally just have trouble getting into the same room at the same time, which Berg told comicbookmovie.com in 2012. We did have a series of meetings last year and started to hash out an idea for a sequel. And Will Smith actually had the idea, so I think it will happen. It's just a question of time. To which, in 2020, Charlize Theron acknowledged that there have been talks to do Hancock 2 and would be game to star in the sequel if it ever came to happen.
You know, for a while we were talking about a sequel there until comic book. I think closer to when the movie came out, but not in recent years, no. We'll be superheroes with our walkers, you know, and I'll still go. I'll still make that movie. I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I'd like to see what the comments are on this.
Not really that many, but we could take a look, I guess.
There's only 6, yeah. So let's see. Comments here.
And you closed out of it there, dude.
No, I'm going to share it again. Here you go.
All right. From Sierra Clayton, I love the idea of Zendaya portraying a good character in a film. She deserves that. I could see her playing a superhero. Zendaya was slender and strong at doing what most to her own amazing stunts as a trapeze artist in her great film, The Greatest Showman. And she convincingly portrayed a tennis playing Venom in Challengers. From somebody anonymous. Funny, my husband wrote a movie script and sent it to the Writers Guild. He even suggested Will Smith play the main part. A year or so later, the first movie came out, and he did have a copyright on it. Another anonymous. Hitch 2, Hancock 2, who cares? We need a fourth Men in Black movie since that was never made. There was definitely never a fourth Men in Black movie released. I realized the third was a good ending, but these movies are so fun.
I agree. The third Men in Black was a good ending to the trilogy. I know that they said that years back they were going to do a crossover between Men in Black and 21 Jump Street, which thankfully that did not happen because that film would have been such a mess.
It would have been cool though. I mean, I would have really liked that kind of spinoff, but
no, that would have been terrible.
Zendaya could play Will's kid in Hancock too. That'd be interesting. Zendaya as Will and Charlize Theron's daughter would make so much sense.
Yeah.
You don't say. There
you go.
You don't say. That would actually make some good sense right there, I tell you. So, but how are you guys feeling about this news about this tease for a Hancock sequel? Me personally, I like the first Hancock, but I think if they wanted to do a sequel, it should have been at least a couple of years after the first film and not this many years later. Because I tend to kind of have a fear that I kind of tend to have a fear if like sequels take so long to make, then it's probably not going to be necessarily good. But who knows? Maybe they could surprise me, but I don't know. I guess it just kind of depends on who you ask, but I really have no idea.
And if they come back, if Charlize Theron and Jason Bateman come back.
Yeah.
But, I'm looking forward to the Hancock sequel if it does get made. I mean, I like the first one. I think it's fun, but it's not a great film by any means.
It's not. I mean, I think it's kind of, if you really think about the film, though, it is incredibly jumbled. Like with the two halves of storytelling. I think the first half of the film is actually the best part of the movie. Like once Charlize Theron gets introduced as the other superhero, it kind of goes a little off the rails. But I mean, I still think it's fun. But the first half of the film is honestly the film that I really signed up for because, that is easily the best part of the movie. Like he's an alcoholic and he's really struggling with his life, trying to retrace his past. Like that's like a great premise.
It's funny,
even though I like the second half, but at times with the second half, I kind of felt like they shit the bed. So
I like when the movie begins, when we get introduced to him, the little kid goes up to him, says, "Hancock, wake up, Hancock." He's like, "What do you want, kid?"
Yeah, man, I don't think, to be completely honest, though, I really don't think that anyone could really play that part better than Will Smith. So,
of course.
So, but yeah, it's a good movie, but not sure exactly how I feel about a sequel this many years later. But
I agree with you. They should have got the sequel maybe 2010, 2011 around there.
But I don't know if it's in the right hands. Whenever we actually do get the sequel, maybe it actually might turn out good. But do not put this into the wrong hands. I'm just saying, do not put this into the wrong hands. So, but how do you guys feel about this a Hancock sequel being teased by Will Smith? Do you guys think this is going to happen? Let us know down in the comments below. All right. Now, Amazon MGM because it's now Amazon MGM Studios has now acquired the 007 franchise.
Well, I can say this is all going to be Luke's topic here because I've never seen any of the 007 films. So I'm going to let him talk throughout this topic of films of 007 of James Bond.
Because if you can't tell, literally right here, I mean, James Bond is quite literally my bread and butter. Like when it comes to like spy espionage movies, I love James Bond. Like I grew up watching those movies. Like I think it was around the time that that Spectre was coming out that I really started to get into these movies. So
I have not seen one James Bond film.
Out of all 25 films, you got a lot of work to do there, buddy. James Bond, shocker.
They're just not my cup.
When you get to the Daniel Craig ones, though, trust me, you'll change your mind. Like maybe you'll think they're goofy, like within like the first like batch of James Bond films, but like once you get to like Daniel Craig, you'll change your mind because Daniel Craig is still the best James Bond, even though he's done. He's done with the role. But let's see. It says James Bond, shocker. Amazon MGM gains creative control of 007 franchise as producers Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson step back. And this comes to us from credited from Variety. So thank you, Variety. Yep, and there's a good little still right there of my boy Daniel Craig as James Bond. Like I'm saying, like when you get to the stuff like if you watch like Casino Royale, Skyfall, and then No Time to Die, that's like peak Daniel Craig right there. I mean, Quantum of Solace is not very good, but Spectre I think is actually really solid. I think it's actually a lot better than most people give it credit for, in my opinion. So, this shock announcement, which is sure to shake and indeed stir the industry, shaken not stirred. Get it? Like, how does James Bond like his martini? Shaken, not stirred. That's for sure. was made Thursday alongside the news that longtime producers and custodians of 007, Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli, would be stepping back. As per details of the historic agreement, Amazon MGM Studios, Wilson, and Broccoli have formed a new joint venture to house the James Bond intellectual property rights. The three parties will remain co-owners of the iconic franchise, but Amazon MGM will have creative control. Hold on. Since its theatrical introduction over 60 years ago, James Bond has been one of the most iconic characters in film entertainment, said Mike Hopkins, head of Prime Video and Amazon MGM Studios. We are grateful to the late Albert R. Broccoli and Harry Saltzman for bringing James Bond to movie theaters around the world, and to Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli for their unyielding dedication and their role in continuing the legacy of the franchise that is cherished by legions of fans worldwide. We are honored to continue this treasured heritage and look forward to ushering in the next phase of the legendary 007 for audiences around the world. So, hold on. Added Wilson, with my 007 career spanning nearly 60 incredible years, I am stepping back from producing the James Bond films to focus on art and charitable projects. Therefore, Barbara and I agree. It is time for our trusted partner, Amazon MGM Studios, to lead James Bond into the future. Broccoli commented, my life has been dedicated to maintaining and building up the extraordinary legacy that was handed to Michael and me by our father, producer Cubby Broccoli. I have had the honor of working closely with the four tremendously talented actors who have played 007 and thousands of wonderful artists within the industry. With the conclusion of No Time to Die and Michael retiring from the films, I feel it is time to focus on my other projects. In 2022, Amazon had bought MGM for $8.5 billion, acquiring a vast catalog with more than 4,000 films and 17,000 TV shows alongside the rights to distribute all of the James Bond films. No Time to Die, the 25th James Bond film and Daniel Craig's fifth and final turn as 007, was released in 2021 and earned $775 million, deservedly so in my opinion. Since then, despite endless speculation in the press, there have been no announcements regarding the timeline for production of the next film or Craig's replacement. So there is a lot that is being discussed on this topic for sure, and definitely quite a bit to go through here with Bond. But we'll see who we get as the next James Bond, because like I said, Daniel Craig has confirmed he is done with the franchise. He feels too old to play James Bond, so I don't blame him. That's totally okay. If he feels that way, that's fine. But I just don't know who they're going to get to be his replacement.
Taron Egerton, maybe?
Edgerton.
Taron Egerton, maybe.
Maybe. He might be a good option, but I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. Hopefully they can get somebody good to be the next James Bond here or something, but who knows? But yeah, how are you guys feeling about this? The creative control that Amazon MGM Studios has now over the James Bond franchise. Please let us know in the comments. All right, now Spider-Man 4, the next Spider-Man film that's coming up here fairly soon, if we still get Beyond the Spider-Verse, is being pushed to 2026.
Mm-hmm.
This is some interesting news, because I still was not sure when we were going to get Spider-Man 4.
Which, that's a good idea that they pushed this back to 2026. Have them time to work on it.
Yeah, give them a little bit of time.
Make it good.
Will now hit theaters 2 weeks after Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which also stars Tom Holland.
I guess why they pushed it back is because they don't want to compete with the Odyssey, which is another film that's going to have Tom Holland in it. So,
well, and it's going to make a lot of money because it's Christopher Nolan, and his movies make a shit ton of money. So, I mean, Oppenheimer made a crap load of money when it came out, and it made sense why it did, because Barbenheimer, like that whole craze. But let's see. It says Sony Pictures announced Friday that the Marvel superheroes next feature is now set for theatrical release on July 31st, 2026. A week later than previously scheduled, filmmaker Destin Daniel Cretton of Shang-Chi is helming the film that is currently untitled, which I think Destin Daniel Cretton, I think, is a good choice. I love Shang-Chi.
I had a lot of fun with Shang-Chi.
Yeah, great action sequences, even though some of them might be a little too CGI heavy.
Yeah,
but
it was still good. It's
still a really, really good movie. One of the better ones in Phase 4.
Yeah, and Simu Liu did good in the title role.
I mean, who doesn't love Simu Liu, dude? I mean, he's a great actor.
I can't wait to see what he brings in Last Breath.
Hopefully he can bring some goodness to the table. And I still hope my theater can get it so I can go check it out. Unless they do want to get one of the Oscar contenders so I can watch it, but I don't know. We'll see. This change gives the project extra distance from the release of director Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, which also stars Holland and hits theater July 17, 2026. Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, and Charlize Theron round out the star-studded cast for Universal's feature adaptation of Homer's epic poem.
That's one hell of a cast there for The Odyssey.
Well, Robert Pattinson in a Christopher Nolan film. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot he was also in Tenet.
Yeah. I saw.
I can't forget that Robert Pattinson was in another Christopher Nolan film already though, which was Tenet.
I saw a picture, I guess, from like the set that they released, like a first pick of The Odyssey.
I think it was how Matt Damon looks in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
I mean, I guess we'll have to see when it finally does come out, which is going to be next year, and can already tell you that's definitely going to be on my most anticipated list.
I think we might see a teaser for that film, maybe like around like October, November.
Maybe, who knows? I guess we can find out like once we get to that point, but it's not quite that point yet. It's very early in the year. So like it's almost March. So kind of crazy to think about at this point. Just waiting for you to come back.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, of course, big fan of Christopher Nolan, and of course, you already know with any of his movies now, he's gonna get a star-studded cast. Like, there's literally no question about that. I mean, freaking look at Oppenheimer. Like, Oppenheimer was like I think that was like the biggest cast that he's assembled yet. Like, let me pull it up on Letterboxd here just for a second. Because seriously, dude, Oppenheimer literally has like one of probably the greatest cast ensemble I have ever seen. So you got Cillian Murphy, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Josh Hartnett, Casey Affleck, Rami Malek, Kenneth Branagh, Benny Safdie, Jason Clarke, David Dastmalchian, Dane DeHaan, Alden Ehrenreich, David Krumholtz. Like, come on now, dude. Alex Wolff, Josh Zuckerman, Jack Quaid. Like,
Christopher Nolan has a very very good.
Josh Peck is in this movie too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude. Seriously, like people
Nolan
will do like
Nolan has a very good casting director.
Well, no, it's actually like if they're given the opportunity to be in a Christopher Nolan film, anyone will say yes. Like that's the crazy part is that every time, like anytime that people will be asked to be in a Christopher Nolan film, any of them will say yes. So it was interesting that Mr. Jack Quaid signed on to it. I mean, I'm not complaining because for the small little time that he has in the film, he is fantastic. I mean, everyone is. I mean, freaking. I mean, like I said, Josh Hartnett is also in this. But Cillian Murphy got the Oscar for pretty obvious reasons.
And you said, I mean, that this film is just a one and done watch.
It's not quite a like one and done watch. It's one of those films that it's not like a watch all the time kind of movie, but it is a film you have to experience once in your life. Like you have to experience it. Like I've seen the movie now 3 times. But it's because I just love experiencing it. I love experiencing Oppenheimer. Like the visual aesthetic, the performances, the script, the direction, like the camera work, everything about it. And no CGI was used in that film at all. The explosions in the film are practical, not CGI. So by that standard, it's like you got to applaud Christopher Nolan for having the balls that he has. Like, you got to love Chris Nolan, bro. You really do. But
he offered me a job in a movie. I would do it. I wouldn't turn down Nolan.
I mean, of course, bro. Like, I mean, who would? Like, who would turn down a offer from Christopher Nolan? Like
that goes for Spielberg as well. Who would turn down a role in a Spielberg film?
Like I'm trying to think of it. Let's try to think of like other directors where it's like if you were asked to be in their film, even if it was just for a little bit. Nolan. Besides the two obvious ones, Nolan and Spielberg. Like those are the two obvious ones.
Scorsese.
That's the third obvious, so that doesn't count either. I was trying to think of a good one. If somebody asked me to join a film from Robert Eggers, I would fucking do it in a heartbeat.
Oscar Perkins,
that's a good one. I was trying to think. Danny Boyle. Dude, if Danny Boyle asked me to be in this movie, I'd be like, oh hell yeah, dude, I'm coming.
David Lynch, if he was still alive.
If Fritzky was here, you would break his heart again, dude. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, Fritzky, if you're watching.
I was trying to think of another one. Tim Burton,
yeah, I would never turn down a Tim Burton.
I would not turn down a movie from Tim Burton. Trying to think of another one. Trying to think of a good one. If Ivan Reitman was still around, but hell, if I got offered a role in a movie from his son, Jason Reitman, of course I would go. Because Jason, I mean, even though I love Ivan Reitman so much, I really do. His son has got some talent, dude. Jason Reitman's very talented. I mean, he freaking did Juno, Up in the Air, a Tully, Thank You for Smoking, Ghostbusters Afterlife, and the most recent Saturday Night.
Richard Donner, if he was still alive.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Richard Donner. But what I was saying though with Jason Reitman, you can definitely tell with like the films that Jason Reitman has been making recently. It's because of the fact he wanted to honor his father, and he knows that his father would make these kinds of movies, like specifically Saturday Night. Like if his father was still around, he would have made it.
Yeah.
So that's why his son did it for him to honor his father, because his father loves Saturday Night Live. So it makes sense to me, like, why his son did it. So, but yeah, I'm trying to see who else I would never turn down. You do bring up some good ones though.
Ron Howard.
Oh, Matt Reeves. I would not turn down one from Matt Reeves. The guy that did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes and The Batman. Come on now, bro.
And he also did he did Cloverfield.
That's a really, really good movie. Mm-hmm. One of the only films I've not seen from him is Let Me In, which I do need to see Let Me In.
I kind of like stopped for a second when I said Cloverfield, because I was like, did he direct that film?
He did direct Cloverfield, because you were probably thinking Dan Trachtenberg if you're thinking 10 Cloverfield Lane, but you're thinking Julius Ona, the guy that did that did Captain America: Brave New World, who also directed freaking Cloverfield Paradox, which was a dog shit. But this is a good one. I would not turn down one, even though I know how hard he is to work with. David Fincher. I would work with David Fincher, even though I know he's a pain in the ass to work with from what I've heard, but I'd do it.
Robert Zemeckis, maybe.
Depends on what he makes, though.
Yeah. Robert Zemeckis is very hit and miss nowadays.
Oh, for sure, bro. For damn sure. But like my number one, like distinct, without the three obvious ones of Scorsese, Spielberg, fuck, I already lost track again. No, I was saying, it was Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan, yeah.
My number one go-to for director I would love to work with is Robert Eggers. Like I would love to work with him. So how are you guys feeling about this this Spider-Man 4 news? Please let us know down in the comments. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the Screen Actors Guild Award winners. So now this is going to be a fun topic to discuss, because as you can see, because you can definitely tell from the thumbnail down below, one person that we're going to talk about here in just a little bit. Okay,
here we go.
All right. Still find that?
Yeah, I got it now. And the movie Fanatics is sponsored by Prime.
Not necessarily, no, but this is my go-to drink to keep me hydrated. So yeah. So let's take a look here. We got outstanding performance by cast in a motion picture here. This comes to us from the Hollywood Reporter. So, and that of course went to the cast of Conclave, with Ralph Fiennes, John Lithgow, Stanley Tucci, and Isabella Rossellini, which is very cool. It was very awesome to see that one getting the win. But also, let's go to the other nominees quick. Go back up.
There you go. Mic's out. Audio's out. So there you go. We got A Complete Unknown, Honora, Amelia Perez, and Wicked were the films, there. And of course, the win went to Conclave, which I have not seen Conclave yet. But Luke sent me a copy of the film. Hopefully, we'll give it a watch at some point.
I don't know why I have I don't know what's up with my audio equipment, but I guess I got to get that figured out.
Yep. So yeah, we have a complete unknown. Honora, Amelia Perez, and Wicked were the nominees.
I'm glad that Conclave took it. I kind of, if I were to give it to the ensemble, I actually would have given it to a complete unknown because I actually really, really love the ensemble that they got.
And who would have gave it? Audio's out again. Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be Luke now with his audio keep going in and out. So that's gotta be annoying. So
Okay. All right, let's keep going.
yeah, but yeah. Why is Amelia Perez in the nominees?
Because every awards program has lost their mind. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role. We had Adrian Brody for The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet for A Complete Unknown, Daniel Craig for Queer, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, and Ray Fiennes for Conclave. That went to Timothy Chalamet. Great performance. I would have given it to Adrian Brody, though, for The Brutalist. Even though Adrian Brody, like in regards to the rest of the awards, has been sweeping them. But I mean, I'm okay with Timothy Chalamet taking it, but I would have preferred Adrian Brody. But regardless, let's go ahead and move on. Actress here, we got Pamela Anderson for The Last Showgirl, Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon for Amelia Perez, don't care. Mikey Madison for Honora, and Demi Moore, the winner, for The Substance. So
very, very greatly won.
This is going to be a big toss-up for the win here. Because Mikey Madison and Demi Moore are the two big competitors right now to win Best Actress, and they're the only two frontrunners. Because they're the ones that have really been they're the ones that have really been sweeping this award. So I won't complain if Demi Moore won, but I still want the Oscar to go to Mikey Madison. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll have to find out by next week. So
we have to find out by Sunday.
Yep, we're almost there.
Mm-hmm. Well, good that I went to Demi Moore.
I'm not complaining. It's just, again, there is a part of me that wanted Mikey Madison to win that, but it's okay. I'm glad that Demi got it. All right, supporting actor, we have Jonathan Bailey for Wicked, Yura Borisov for Honora, Kieran Culkin for A Real Pain, Edward Norton for A Complete Unknown, and Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice. I think the winner was very well deserved for Kieran Culkin. Very deserved.
I actually do want to check out A Real Pain.
You got to watch it for his performance, though. I mean, it's also written and directed by Jesse Eisenberg, so if that doesn't catch you. But I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are gonna think that, this guy's gonna say Edward Norton should have won. You're probably right, but honestly, I wouldn't change the winner. I would not change this winner. I am glad that Kieran Culkin got his recognition for this. So he deserved it. Anyways. All right. Supporting actress, we have Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown, Jamie Lee Curtis for The Last Showgirl, Daniel Deadweiler for The Piano Lesson, Ariana Grande for Wicked, and Zoe Saldana for Amelia Perez.
Amelia Perez takes a win.
Now, look, guys, I love Zoe Saldana. I love her. She's a great actress. But I think her wins for this film specifically not to say that she's a bad actress. Like she was fine in the movie. Like she was like one of the only like standout performances because none of the other performances were even that good in that film. I respected hers the most, but I think we already have the pretty obvious one in picture that really should have been the winner, which is Ariana Grande.
I agree.
I mean, even if it was also Monica Barbaro, that'd be fine. Like, because she was amazing in A Complete Unknown. Like, again, those concert scenes, like I think that was even her own singing too, which is incredible. But I have not seen The Last Showgirl. I do want to though. And The Piano Lesson, it's a good movie, but anyways, but yeah, I do think Danielle Deadweiler in The Piano Lesson was great, but I was trying to think of like other supporting actress performances that I think should have been in here. I was just trying to see. There's not really much else. Maybe either Sophie Thatcher or Chloe East for Heretic, but those are like the only ones that are like really popping into my mind at the moment. But I can maybe take a look and see on my ranking here of my favorites of the year. The ones that maybe could stick out to me for a second. Like I'm just trying to do that for a minute. It could have maybe been one of the performers from Saturday Night. Like, but I'm trying to think of like the one who really got it, like down to a T. I think I'd probably say Kim Matula, who played Jane Curtin. I think she really got that one down. Because like
maybe.
Yeah, but maybe that would be like in the actor category. Yeah, but he didn't get. But yeah. I'm just saying, like for supporting actress though, is the topic I'm talking about. So, anyways, Ella Hunt as Gilda, but I'm just mostly thinking like Kim Matula for that one because I think she got the I think she got Jane Curtin down perfectly in my opinion at least. Stunt ensemble, here we go. We got Deadpool and Wolverine, Doom Part 2, The Fall Guy, Gladiator 2, and Wicked. It makes sense why The Fall Guy took this one because it is a tribute to stuntmen.
Which I never seen before. I never saw The Fall Guy.
I mean, you want to have a good time? That is a good time. I mean, that's the other one that had Kiss's song "I Was Made for Loving You." That was also in Godzilla X Kong. But I will say with that moment in The Fall Guy, that comes in at literally the best time. Like in my opinion, it literally comes in at the best time. But I mean, the stunt team also for Gladiator 2, I think they also did a great job. I mean, not to say. I think all the nominees are great here. Hold on 1 second here. Sorry about the awkward silence here for a minute, guys. I'm just texting somebody.
Let's have a moment of silence.
Okay, I just got that in.
I should say, whenever Luke's mic goes out again, let's just have a drinking game.
Yeah.
Take a drink whenever Luke's mic goes out again.
No, you got to take a shot. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the whole point. But yeah, anyways, regardless, outstanding performance by a male actor in a television movie or limited series. Javier Bardem for Monsters, The Lyle and Eric Mendes story. Colin Farrell for The Penguin, which of course is the most deserved. I mean, that's the, of course.
Yet to see The Penguin.
I do want to watch that, of course. I mean, I haven't seen it either, but I'm sure that Colin Farrell was incredible. I mean, he was amazing as the Penguin in
the Batman.
In the Batman for sure. So, and then Richard Gadd for Baby Reindeer, Kevin Kline for Disclaimer, and Andrew Scott for Ripley. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Female actor this time around. We have Kathy Bates for The Great Lillian Hall, Kate Blanchett for Disclaimer, Jodie Foster for True Detective Night Country, Lily Gladstone for Under the Bridge, Jessica Gunning for Baby Reindeer, and Kristen Milioti for The Penguin.
Yeah.
Jessica Gunning is the winner here. So there we go. I can't really speak on any of these because I've not seen any of them.
Yeah.
All right, series. Performance by an ensemble in a drama series. Hold on. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Bridgerton, The Day of the Jackal, The Diplomat, Shogun, and Slow Horses, and Shogun was the winner. Still want to check out that show. Outstanding performance by a male actor in a drama series. Tadanobu Asano for Shogun, Jeff Bridges for The Old Man, Gary Oldman for Slow Horses, Eddie Redmayne for The Day of the Jackal, and Hiroyuki Sanada for Shogun, which he won, deservedly so.
Deservedly so. Very good actor.
Getting his due. Performance by a female actor in a drama series, Kathy Bates for Matlock, Nicola Coughlan for Bridgerton, Allison Janney for The Diplomat, Kerry Russell for The Diplomat, and Anna Sawai for Shogun as well. Also another winner. Shogun really must be that good, though. I got to check that out. All right, ensemble in a comedy series. What do we got? We got Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, Only Murders in the Building, and Shrinking. Of course, it makes sense to me why Only Murders in the Building was the winner. Yeah.
I've heard good things about the show.
I do got to check that show out, though. I mean, I love Steve Martin and I love Martin Short together, so.
And Selena Gomez as well.
I mean, who doesn't love Selena Gomez? Come on.
That's a good cast there for that show.
Great trio, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Great trio.
But also, you got freaking Richard Kind there, and you also got Molly Shannon and Kumail Nanjiani. Hell yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. Love that. All right. Male actor in comedy series, we have Adam Brody for Nobody Wants This, Ted Danson for A Man on the Inside, Harrison Ford for Shrinking, Martin Short for Only Murders in the Building, and Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. Martin Short took that home. Great choice. Female actor in a comedy series, Kristen Bell for Nobody Wants This, Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary, Lisa Colon Zayas for The Bear, also Iowa Debris for The Bear, and Gene Smart for Hacks. Gene Smart took that home. I've seen a few episodes of the first season of The Bear. I do need to check out the rest of the show because from what I've seen of The Bear, it's a phenomenal show. Yeah, we'll see. All right, outstanding action. Yep, action performance by a stunt ensemble in a television series. We have The Boys, Fallout, House of the Dragon, The Penguin, and Shogun. And Shogun, once again, took it home.
Mhm.
Which
Those are your
does...
winners.
Yep, there you go. TV show winner right there, bro. Does not exactly surprise me, but that's totally okay with me. I do need to check out the show, though. I have not seen Shogun, but I have been wanting to watch that show, but it hasn't really been crossing my radar at the moment. But the big night is next week, folks. Big night is next Sunday. This Sunday, March 2nd. So hopefully you guys are excited for the Oscars. So and like I said, Michael and I are gonna host a watch party for the Oscars, just so that way you guys can get our live reactions, and hopefully we can try to get some guests on for the fun of it.
Mhm.
But yeah, how do you guys feel about the Screen Actors Guild Award winners? Please let us know in the comments. Was there ones that you would change? Would there be ones that you would switch out? In regards to any of the nominees, please let us know, because we would love to hear from you. All right, let's go into our last topic. If I can fold this up. There you go. Recent physical media pickups. I really only have one, so whatever you got, you can go right ahead. I literally only have one. So,
well, this got sent to me from Luke. Nosferatu on Blu-ray. This has the two versions of the film, the extended and the theatrical cut.
There you go.
He said it's a slow burn. And when he said it's a slow burn, I'm like, oh, geez. But I'm curious to check it out.
Yeah.
And then these I got yesterday, which these two are released today, but Amazon sent me these early, a day before their release date, which is today. So got body parts, which Luke has been telling me very good things about this film, and I like the premise of the film.
Yeah, it's really good.
But if you want to let everybody know what this film is about, go ahead.
All right. So Jeff Fahey places a guy that gets into a brutal car accident that costs him his arm. And the doctors have this idea to give him a arm transplant. So take the arm from the donor and put it onto him. And the arm originally belonged to a serial killer. So that's all I got. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm. And this has some features. It has a brand new HDR Dolby Vision Master from the original 35 millimeter camera negative from a 4K scan. It has a commentary by the co-writer and director Eric Red, deleted footage with commentary by Eric Red, an interview with him, interview with the editor Anthony Redman, interview with Paul Ben Victor, interview with Peter Murnick, still galleries, preview spots, and the trailer. Which I know that you have the Screen Factory edition, which has these features on it.
That's why I stuck with the Scream Factory release, because I really don't feel like there was, because of the fact that the 4K literally has the same features, I really did not feel like there was quite literally like any purpose in rebuying it. So
plus the slipcover.
I'm guessing you don't have a interchangeable cover.
Yeah, Kino doesn't do interchangeable covers. It's just the discs. And
they actually do interchangeable covers from time to time.
Yeah, but this one there's none. There's no interchangeable.
Here, see if I can find it. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. Like my Kino copy for Death Wish. So obviously this is the slipcover. This is obviously the original cover right here, but I switched it out since it's interchangeable with this.
Nice. Yeah.
So
no interchangeable cover for this for Body Parts.
Interesting to say the least, but I mean, I'm glad I kind of got that with Death Wish.
And then the last one that I got is Performance, which has Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones in it, and also James Fox. It's a British film. It's a Criterion edition release. It has the 4K and the Blu-ray. Now, of course, it has the book talking about the film. Yeah, but I seen the trailer to this. It looks interesting.
Never seen it.
And I saw Quentin Tarantino review this film as well. So,
there you go.
Whole booklet up about the making of the film. So, but from what I know, Mick Jagger plays 2 roles in the film, and same does James Fox. But it has a lot of features on it. It has 4K digital restoration with the original UK version soundtrack. It's presented in Dolby Vision HDR. Has a documentary, and also has a program on the overdubbing done for the US version of the film, and the trailer. So there you go. That's Performance. Was released in 1970. So,
all right. Yeah, and I just actually added Performance to my my Amazon cart, so I can maybe check that out. But I also gotta get some more new shirts.
And I gotta say,
I'll show you really quick though the shirts that I'm planning on getting here really quick.
I gotta say that I got Body Parts on 4K. It makes you glad that you kept your Screen Factory release.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's going on?
This is the first time I've ever done a live show while I was in the car.
Well, this is not the first time you've done it like you're a stream in your car, but
yes,
yeah,
because I know wasn't it the 100th episode on Milton's channel where he where you were in his car and he's like, can you make my 100th episode the best it could be? Can you go through a drive-through?
yeah, and I ordered fucking Jack in the Box and shit.
Yeah, and you guys fucking like, and it's like, hey, just say to the camera, congratulations, Zach, and then she said it, and then it was like, oh,
it was incredible. It was one of the best moments ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Michael, for our topics that we discussed, we want to get your thoughts on these.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Clayface being made?
The Clayface solo film?
Yep.
I think it's a great idea. I think Clayface is a very underrated Batman villain. As much as I love the Joker, I'm sick and tired of him always getting the spotlight. There are so many better villains than the Joker. It's just the Joker is more popular. Clayface has the opportunity to be like a really damn good horror movie if that's what they're going for, but I'm excited, honestly.
Not really just a horror movie at that, a body horror movie.
Yes. I mean, dude, Clayface is such, I'm not an expert, so I don't know if there's like been any Clayface solo comic books, but a Clayface solo movie, that sounds like it'd be really fucking good. I think he's a great villain.
Oh, for sure, man.
And they're gonna get the guy from Speak No Evil to probably direct it.
What was that?
The guy that did Speak No Evil, James Watkins, is gonna direct Clayface.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I'm excited for that, man, because I really loved the new Speak No Evil, right?
Yeah, the new Speak No Evil, the Blumhouse one.
Okay, I really like that. Have you guys ever watched the original Speak No Evil?
No.
It's actually worse than the new one.
Wow. I've been like hesitant to watch the original because I have heard it's not even that much of a foreign language film. Like
Oh, dude, the
like
God,
90% of it is like speaking in English. It's like, and you told me that it's only foreign like when the family's by themselves, and I'm like, well, there's no point in watching it then.
it's basically the same movie. They do make like the new version definitely made changes, but dude, the original Speak No Evil is literally not for the faint of heart. Like if you guys thought Speak No Evil 2024 was disturbing, oh boy, are you in for a surprise?
But at least the third act of the remake of Speak No Evil was like a total roller coaster. Like you're just having fun.
Well, you know what I loved about Speak No Evil is even though like us as the audience were constantly yelling at the family to like stop doing what they're doing, leave right now. But they do such a good job at giving reasons on why the family had to drive back and why they're continuing and why they continue to stay when they should literally just get the fuck out of there. I mean, James McAvoy is one of the few actors that can come off charming, that can be very disgusting, but still come off charming. The same way Hugh Grant came off so charming in Heretic, even though he was a fucked up individual.
I mean, Hugh Grant can do that like with any villainous role that he can play. Like, I mean,
Dungeons
played
and
a
Dragons.
yeah, I was about to say D&D. Like he played a villainous role, but he was so oddly charming. Like
D&D was great. I was actually shocked how much I really enjoyed Honor Among Thieves.
it was. I mean, it's a lot better than the last Dungeons and Dragons film that we got.
With Jeremy Irons. I mean,
is that the 2000 film?
yeah. Oh, it's bad. So bad.
It's so bad.
And I'm not even a fan of D&D. I've never played D&D, but I really enjoyed.
I never played it as well.
It's not for me. Like D&D, Magic the Gathering. Like I'm just really not into that stuff.
I'm not into that stuff either, but Honor Among Thieves was so much fun. I mean, and plus the good thing is about that film, it's not one of those films where it's like it will leave you behind if you don't know anything about D&D. Like it'll give you like a good introduction, even if you don't know what the fuck it is.
Oh my god. Let's celebrate classes, break. One of the funniest scenes in that movie ever.
I say, now that you mentioned the 2000 Dungeons and Dragons film, I saw one scene where Marlon Wayans is like sinking into the floor, and it looks like it's like pancake mix.
It's bad. I just remember Jeremy Irons because Jeremy Irons is the goat.
I gotta see that now.
Just that clip. Just that clip. Do not watch the whole movie though, because it's garbage.
No, I'm not gonna watch the whole film. Just I check out the clip.
Yeah. But see, we also did talk about
what about the Hancock sequel? What are your thoughts on that, Michael?
Oh God.
Why not a fan of Hancock?
Oh no, I am. I love Hancock, but I love Hancock. Asshole. Call me an asshole one more time. Asshole.
Call me an asshole one more time.
That little kid, Dave Fierce. That's young Michael Myers from Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Did not know that, but one other actor I knew that was in it besides, of course, Will Smith and Charlize Theron was Johnny Galecki, Leonard Hofstadter from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, dude, you'd be surprised. Like so many people don't even realize like what he's been in. Like a lot of people forget that Johnny was also Rusty from Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
I did forget that, but I know, but I didn't know he was acting that early though, because I know he was also in this independent film called The Opposite of Sex with Christina Ricci.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I do know. I remember obviously, of course, he was in Roseanne. Yeah, Roseanne. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Mm-hmm.
That one, yeah, I Know What You Did Last Summer, but yeah, that was, but I think it was before I saw I Know What You Did Last Summer, because I saw the trailer for The Opposite of Sex because of the VHS of Starship Troopers. So
classic.
yeah, so that's the reason why that's why I was like, I should check this out because it's got a great cast. I mean, besides like Christina Ricci, Johnny Galecki, you got Lisa Kudrow in there.
Lisa Kudrow, yeah.
Yeah, you got some good ones in there.
But so is Hancock 2, they greenlit it, or is it actually in development?
I think it was teased.
It was teased. Will Smith teased it on a Twitch stream. So,
okay, I mean,
what do you think about that?
Honestly, I'm not against it. I mean, I love Hancock. I think that is such a underrated film, even though it is pretty popular. I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, I like it too. It's not a great film by any means, but it has some fun with it.
Yeah, there is good moments in there.
Is it Jason Bateman's in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I always forget he's in that too.
I love Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman, Charlize Theron.
Speaking on Jason Bateman, if you guys ever want to watch a really damn good Jason Bateman movie, you got to watch The Gift.
Oh, The Gift! I love The Gift.
That is one of the most underrated thrillers I've ever seen, and it's such a simple movie too.
But I want to say, if you guys want to see Jason Bateman in a good villainous role, watch Carry On. Like, he actually plays as the terrorist, and he is incredible in that movie.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet, but it's one of those things where you guys ever notice whenever a movie, specifically Netflix, because Netflix is so popular when it comes to streaming movies, every time a really good movie comes out on Netflix, the internet doesn't shut up about it. I went on Facebook and I would see people posting pictures of suitcases left at the airport, and someone would say oh, I'm definitely not touching that suitcase. I'm like, okay, is this from Carry On? I don't get it. I haven't watched it yet, so I don't know.
And most of the Netflix movies I heard are pretty mediocre to just okay.
There's only a small handful of Netflix movies that are actually good. Rebel Ridge was actually really good.
That's a really, really good movie. Yeah. I love that movie. Trying to see some other ones that I thought were really good, but some of them are just not coming to mind. I don't watch a ton of them anymore because I did kind of go through a phase in my life a few years back where I was just watching a bunch of Netflix films just to watch them.
What was that one with it was Gal Gadot, Dwayne Johnson, and Ryan Reynolds?
Red Notice.
I did not like that movie at all. I thought it was
fine, but before people come jump down my throat and saying oh, you liked a bad movie. Art is subjective, y'all.
That's true.
Art is subjective.
I thought it was just Ryan Reynolds was I've always wanted to play Nathan Drake. How about I do just a different version of Nathan Drake in a different movie?
And not Hopper's Back in Action.
Back in Action is not good at all.
The Open House with Dylan Minnette from 13 Reasons Why. Awful movie.
Trying to see some other really good ones though, because I know
there definitely are some good Netflix movies.
I found it. David Fincher's The Killer.
Which one was it?
David Fincher's The Killer with Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Oh, another David Fincher movie, Mank, a couple years ago. That was good.
I'm kind of in the minority with this one, because even though I know critics loved it, but most people I know don't care for it. I love Mank. I was actually really interested in that. It was a really interesting story to me.
It's one of those movies where if you're a film buff and you really do appreciate film, it's very interesting to know the history of what it was like to make Citizen Kane. But as a regular audience member who's just clicking on the movie to watch it, they're not gonna like it.
No, they won't. But I'm thinking of another one. Another movie, little movie called Fair Play, with Phoebe Dynevor and Alden Ehrenreich. I
don't think I saw that one.
So I'll read the plot synopsis for you. This one. Okay. An unexpected promotion at a cutthroat hedge fund pushes a young couple's relationship to the brink, threatening to unravel not only their recent engagement but their lives.
Huh. I don't think
really, really good movie.
there's one that it's kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. It's a really awful movie though. I think it's a Netflix original if I'm not mistaken. It's got Brenda Song and it's called Secret Obsession.
Never seen that, nor have I cared, nor
Oh,
have I
okay.
even heard
Look,
of it.
do you care if I just spoil it, or do you guys want to watch it?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't care.
All right. Here's what it is. So Brenda Song, like she's a woman and she was like in an accident. She wakes up and her husband shows up to pick her up, and like he takes her home, but she has no memory of anything. She doesn't even remember it's her husband. But it turns out the husband isn't actually her husband. In fact, it's the best friend of her real husband who has been obsessed with her since they were kids. And he came into the house, killed the husband, and then accidentally knocked her out and decided to take advantage of that by like photoshopping himself in like the wedding photos, making it seem like that's actually her husband. It's like, dude,
This
that
sounds like
would
a
not
jungle
work.
mess.
Yeah, that would not work at a doctor's office. Go to a doctor's office. Oh yeah, this is a picture of me and my wife. It's like, dude, that's not how it works. You can't just go to a hospital, show a picture of you saying I'm her husband, and then just take her home. Like that's not how it works.
But yeah, for sure. But hey, at least we also got a great one this year for any Aardman fans out there with Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul.
Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit is one of the best animated films ever made.
But Vengeance Most Foul is not quite. It's definitely not as good, but it's really good. It's really good.
And it's unfortunately, it's not the same actor that voices Wallace. But man, does he do a damn good job replicating the original voice.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, if you guys love Wallace and Gromit and you haven't seen that, go watch it.
I'm just crackers about cheese.
Just cracking about cheese.
All in job well done, lad. Oh, right, I best be heading off then.
I freaking love this though. Like trying to think of the great. Oh yeah, like when I think it's like a little bed slider that Wallace has that that he goes through like this little hole and he's like his belly kind of deflected that just a little bit. He's like, Gromit old pal, I'll need assistance. And he pulls the assistance lever, and guess what it is? A giant fucking hammer.
Oh man, Wallace and Gromit, dude. I mean, every time I watch Wallace and Gromit, or just any of the shorts or the movie, I always want to give up on filmmaking because the blood and sweat that they go through to make stop motion films, it's insane, dude. Every time I watch Wallace and Gromit, every time I watch Coraline, every time I watch Nightmare Before Christmas, Paranorman, I want to give up on filmmaking. Every time, I want to give up.
Is it a British cartoon?
Wallace and Gromit? Yeah. Isn't it?
It's a British cartoon. Yeah, British cartoon. There was a bunch of. They were mostly known because they were kind of like Shaun the Sheep. It was made by the same company that did Shaun the Sheep, Chicken Run. Wallace and Gromit, they were like a collection of shorts. And then like in 2005, they got their first theatrical movie, which was Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Which is one of my all-time favorites.
It's so underrated.
Yeah. But
Mike, what are your thoughts on Amazon MGM taking control of 007 of James Bond?
I'm very mixed on it. I'm very mixed.
I will be clear though.
What was that?
Sorry. I will be clear on this though, with the fact that Amazon MGM is not taking over. MGM is the company that did all the James Bond films in the first place.
That's true. But obviously, Amazon owning MGM now, it's just I don't know. I mean, Amazon and when we say that, I mean, is it going to be still theatrical, or are they going to just be Amazon originals now?
I think they'll still be theatrical movies.
Yeah, because the James Bond movies, they make way too much money to just only put on Amazon.
I told Luke who would be the next James Bond. I said Taron Egerton.
I could see that.
Yeah, I was trying to think a little bit though, but
Henry
One I did
Cavill
have in mind for
Henry Cavill would be a good one.
Yeah, I was thinking like for a, but there was a part of me that was thinking for a Bond villain. Was actually thinking maybe Bill Skarsgård as one of the Bond villains.
I mean, yeah. I would say Mads Mikkelsen, but he was already the villain in Casino Royale.
So yeah, that wouldn't count. I almost said Ben Shaw, but I forgot he was Q, starting with Skyfall. So that don't count either.
Wasn't what was it? What was his name? Javier Bardem. Wasn't he in one of the films?
He was in Skyfall.
That's right. Okay.
Raul Silva.
Yeah. And then I'm trying. Well,
I
there's
was trying to think of that quote. Oh yeah. Do you see what comes with all this running around, Mr. Bond? All this jumping and fighting. It's exhausting.
I would love to see Robert Carlyle come back, because Robert Carlyle did play a Bond villain once in one of the Pierce Brosnan films. But Robert Carlyle is like really good at playing bad guys. I feel like he would make a really good comeback if he decided to be another villain.
I mean, because to be clear, like to be fair though, he was like technically kind of the bad guy in both the Trainspotting movies. I mean, because he is just such a horrible person.
Oh, Begbie. Picture the scene in the fucking volley with Tommy Blank Bill. I'm playing my poor fucking Newman, by the way. Giving a boy here the dolly of a lifetime. Can never understand what Robert Carlyle says.
I freaking love that scene though, like where he just whoops a dude's ass at the bar because of the fact he opened a bag of chips.
Yeah, fuck off. No, fuck off, or nobody move. We no cunt here leaves here until we find out what cunt did it. Who the fuck are you? Yes! He just kicks him in the balls.
Oh, the bar fight. Yes, I love the bar fight. Well, I was meaning that scene like when the guy opened a bag of chips and Begbie freaking put the he tried to hit the pool ball and it goes like underneath.
It goes right through the fucking thing.
And then he just whacks a dude with the pool stick.
Michael, have you ever seen Trainspotting?
No.
Man, we should definitely plan one of these days, like a Trainspotting watch along. It's so good.
I gotta plan that. That's my favorite movie. So
Trainspotting is the perfect movie. It's perfect.
Quite literally, like I can't describe it like any other way. Perfection.
It is. Do you know what they do to gentlemen like me in prison? They cut off your balls and flush them down the toilet. So can I see you again? Most certainly not. If you don't see me again, I'll tell the police. So I'll see you around then. And she would go on later to play the main female lead in Brave.
There you go. And also, can we also acknowledge that Trainspotting has one of, if not the greatest opening scene of all time?
It is. Choose life. Choose a job. Choose a career. Choose a family.
Choose a fucking big television. Choose washing machines, cars, compact disc players, and electrical tent openers. But it also has one of the best songs in the background with Lust for Life by Iggy Pop.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's such a perfect... I mean, you got a great cast, dude. You got Ewan McGregor, you got Ewan Bremer, Johnny Lee Miller, Robert Carlyle. I mean, incredible cast.
And made by one of the best directors of all time, and Danny Boyle.
Mr. Danny Boyle, which obviously was not his first film. I think his first film was Shallow Grave, if I'm not mistaken.
Shallow Grave, which is an awesome movie.
I've never seen it, but I do know it's Ewan's very first film.
It is Ewan McGregor's first movie.
I did see one Danny Boyle film, and that was Sunshine, which was okay.
I actually like Sunshine.
I do want to hold on.
And then I have The Beach, which I still have yet to watch with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
The Beach is pretty. The Beach is good. It's not like it's not obviously my favorite one because Trainspotting. You know what I'm talking about. But
yeah, Trainspotting's too good.
I mean, like I said, Trainspotting is my favorite movie of all time. So,
and I would like to give 127 hours a watch.
Oh God, that's a hard watch. Like
that's a good one.
I mean, dude,
I think my favorite movie of all time is Stand By Me.
I love Stand By Me.
Wait, that was Rob Reiner.
Yeah,
Rob Reiner. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
me and Luke did a watch along for it on Labor Day on my channel last year.
freaking love Stand By Me.
So good.
But
That's in my top 20 favorite films.
But this guy right here. Do you own Train Spotting?
No,
I do. I have the 4K edition. I think the 4K
The Criterion. Give me some, bro. Give me some.
Yeah.
Dude, when they announced it for Criterion, I think a friend of mine sent me that, and I'm like, give me. And I hit pre-order so fast.
nice.
Oh my god, dude, and it's such a small. It's such a small slipcover too. It's not even a slipcover. It's like it's very fragile. That's why I'm like just taking good care of it.
It's like a freaking it's like an envelope when you open it up. Like,
yeah, it's not like that's the only thing I don't like about some Criterions is a lot of them are really fragile. Like my Criterion of Eraserhead, it's not like in a clamshell case or anything. It's like just a typical. It's made out of like paper and stuff, and you got to really take care of it.
The Elephant Man is another one of them.
Yep. Well,
trying to think of another one with them.
Actually, The Straight Story is the only David Lynch movie that's not on Criterion. All of his other movies, I think they are on Criterion.
Yeah, Wild at Heart is not on Criterion either.
Is it not? Oh no, I think Wild at Heart is a Scream Factory.
Shout Select, yeah.
That's with Nicolas Cage in it, right?
Yeah,
yep, Nicolas Cage. Really good movie.
Yeah, really good.
But
another topic, Michael, that we discussed. What are your thoughts on Spider-Man 4 getting pushed to July 2026?
This is Spider-Man 4 Tom Holland version, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, I have no problem with it because Sony has literally fucked up on everything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck Sony. Fuck everything that they've been doing so far. They have not been doing anything right for a very long time. And I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. I really want them to make the best movie they can possible. And if it takes them pushing it back, same with the whole thing with Batman, I have no fucking problem with them doing that whatsoever.
And if anybody's wondering like why you mean like what he means by fuck Sony, with the Marvel stuff they've been doing, to be clear.
Yes, there you go. That was a better way to put it. Because
that's much better way, because Sony has still been making some good movies. Like in general, like just in general, like they did Hard Eyes, which is a Screen Gems movie. So and that's still under the Sony catalog. So
and Screen Gems produce like at points, very mediocre films. So,
yeah, but then you get shit like Tarot.
Yeah,
that's true.
But I was trying to think of other Sony movies right here. Saturday Night was released by Sony.
And that bombed, sadly.
It's unfortunate, but it's okay. We can move on.
And Mike, Michael, we talked about what Hancock 2, they're trying to get Zendaya for a role.
Really?
What are your thoughts on that? Yeah.
Huh. Wow. I mean, I like Zendaya. I mean, I think she's cool. I'm obviously she's one of the Disney stars that has proven to like be out of her element, where she can actually prove that she's a good actress. I mean, Challengers. Even though I didn't review Challengers, because as much as I go to the movies, I don't review everything I watch, unfortunately, because it just takes so much work. But she was really good in Challengers, so I'm not against it.
I think I'll be honest, kind of a snubbed Oscar nod for her, because she was that good in Challengers. I mean, I love Challengers. It didn't quite crack my top 20 or anything. Like, and I know some people are going to be very mad at me for it. I'm sorry. It's not that rewatchable in my opinion. I've seen it twice now, but and both times I felt the pacing. Like I think the pacing kind of hurts the movie.
It's 25 minutes too long.
Yeah, and I think it's because of the slow-mo. Like the slow-mo, dude. Oh man, there is quite a bit there is a lot of slow-mo in that movie.
I really hope, even though I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately, either Demi Moore or Mikey Madison wins, because I fucking loved Nora.
It's gonna be either of those two, because I mean they're the front runners right now. So
I was going with Cynthia Erivo from Wicked, but if she doesn't win, then my pick is Demi Moore for The Substance.
It better not be what's her face from Amelia Perez.
but we already know that that Zoe Saldana is going to win Best Supporting Actress, though. We already know that.
Yeah, she won a SAG award for Amelia Perez.
I don't know why. That to me, that either goes to Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown or Ariana Grande for Wicked.
Hello, very nice to meet you. I'd like to talk about sex change operation. Man to woman or woman to man. Man to woman from penis to vagina. God, my God.
At least with how you did it, you made it funny. But in the movie, it's just insulting.
Dude, okay. Dude, it's a movie it's a movie that doesn't know how offensive it is. It's a movie about Mexican culture made and about transgender problems made by a straight white French guy. And I know people are going to say a race doesn't really matter as long as the movie's good. I mean, who directed what was the name of the director? He directed Shang-Chi.
Destin Daniel Cretton.
Yeah.
He directed Just Mercy, which is a fucking phenomenal movie. Incredible film. And that was a movie that had to do with racism, and he did it well. But I just feel like for Amelia Perez, it's just offensive because they portray Mexico like it's just this horrible place, and the main character is a Mexican cartel guy, and they have that whole idea where like he wants to leave his crime past away, but he's always wanted to transition to a woman, and because of him transitioning to a woman, everything that he did before is just thrown out the window. It's just kind of, and I don't mean to get political on the show. It's just kind of offensive in a way. I just don't think Mexicans are not liking it. Apparently the transgender community is not liking it. So if that's the case, then how did this movie get nominated for that many Oscars?
I can tell you that the Academy has lost their minds if they really think that Amelia Perez really does deserve 13 nominations. They really have lost their minds.
Just because it's about a topic, like it has nothing there are some fans of the movie, and some of those fans are the extremists saying the movie's only getting hate because it's about a transgender. It's like, no, that is not the reason why.
That's you guys not true because there's
Boys Don't Cry.
I'm like they just
yes, Boys Don't Cry. That's a great film.
Boys Don't Cry is a fucking phenomenal movie, and it was a true story too. It was about a transgender girl, and I don't want to say anything else in case nobody's seen it. I don't want to spoil it, but dude, that is a prime example of a movie that tackles that certain situation done right. Amelia Perez does everything wrong. The only good thing I will say about Amelia Perez is that it was shot very well, and that's it.
I mean, shot composition wise, it's kind of cool, but for the rest of the film, it's really poorly made. Like
exactly. Just because a movie looks beautiful doesn't mean anything. It's the equivalent of taking a shit on a sidewalk and then spraying Febreze on it. It doesn't matter if you spray Febreze and it smells better. It's still a piece of shit.
You got that right, but because I was gonna say I've seen 9 out of the 10 Best Picture nominees for this year. Because I'm Still Here has not been released on digital yet for some reason, and I have not been able to go see it in the theater yet. But the ones I've seen, I'll go ahead and put the ranking out right now. So we already know it's in last place. Do I need to say it?
Let's hear it.
It's Amelia Perez.
Yeah, there you go.
Of course it's in last place. Oh, shocker, huh? Yeah, fuck off.
You blew me away with that one.
Not really, but
imagine if that wins Best Picture.
It's not gonna win. It won't win.
Okay, let me ask you this: how do you think people will react if it actually wins Best Picture?
Everyone's gonna riot, dude.
Yeah,
everyone will riot. Like, because the 2 Best Picture frontrunners right now are Anora and The Brutalist.
So The Brutal. I finally got to watch The Brutalist, and I really liked it. I thought it was a great film. Very similar to Oppenheimer, though. it does not have the rewatchability. The two things that kind of hold it back, the 15-minute intermission that it actually built into the movie, and the fact that they used AI to correct the accents of some of the actors in the film, I just felt was kind of lazy. Like they're using AI instead of actually having these actors use their talent.
That didn't necessarily bother me per se, like with the AI stuff, but I think it was just the main thing that kind of held the Brutalist back for me is it's really, really lengthy runtime. I don't think it needed to be 3.5 hours.
No, I mean, like I said, it was a great film. It's one of those movies where, like I said, very similar to Oppenheimer. I thought Oppenheimer was great. It absolutely deserved to win Best Picture, but Oppenheimer does not have the rewatchability, at least for me.
That is fair. Anyways, I'll continue. Number 8 is A Complete Unknown, the Bob Dylan biopic. Very good film. I'm glad that Timothée Chalamet won the SAG award for that one. I'm glad he got it. I mean, even though I do prefer that pick to go to Adrian Brody, but
Yeah,
I'm still glad that Timothée Chalamet is getting recognition though for that performance, because I think besides his performance in Wonka, that might be his best performance. But don't know. But it was a great performance though from him.
You know, and I still haven't seen it yet. I mean, I'm not a crazy Bob Dylan fan. I'm more of like the casual. I like all of his popular songs, but I've heard the movie was really good. Like, it's one of the better musical biopics.
I mean, it's not. I mean, to me, A Complete Unknown is not really on the level of Better Man, because it kind of morally focuses on like a 4-year span of Bob Dylan's career, like when he first started like with folk music and then his genre change.
Yeah. I mean, Better Man surprised me. I was actually surprised how good Better Man was.
And it's like, when you watch that, it's like you don't know a lot about Robbie Williams, and then you watch it and then it's like, oh God, I actually learned a lot about the guy.
Yeah, and especially because the movie had a really bad campaign going against it, because unfortunately, as insanely popular as Robbie Williams is in the UK, in America, nobody knew who he was.
And then some people were like trying to boycott the film because he's played by a CGI monkey, and I'm like, piss off.
Because
it was so freaking stupid. I mean,
because Paramount had no faith in it.
Well, it got great word of mouth coming out of festivals, though. That's the weird part.
And didn't Robbie Williams played himself, right? Basically, he did the voice.
He did the voice work, but they had Jono Davies that do the motion capture work to play as Robbie Williams.
Okay, because I know, like, for like the live performances, they obviously use like all the archive footage where he's like, "For the next 20 minutes, you're all mine."
Oh yeah, like the Nebworth concert back from 2003. That was a record. That was an archive use for that scene. Like when he's like, "My name is Robbie Williams, and this is my band, and for the next 2 hours, your ass is mine." Like,
yeah,
freaking love. And I watched actually a little bit of the song that he performed at that concert, "Let Me Entertain You," which is one of his best songs.
Right.
And it's a great performance on that stage. Anyways, number 7 is Nickel Boys.
Oh, okay. I heard that was good.
Really good movie. Horror fans are going to kill me that this is low. The Substance.
I thought it was great.
I love The Substance, but it's not very. It is not. Let me be clear. I have a couple of things. One, I think it's way too long.
Okay, fair enough.
And secondly, I don't think it's that rewatchable.
It's very.
I do not think it is very rewatchable. So, like, one film, like, I did not think was going to be very rewatchable. Like, I've now seen 3 times, which is going to be higher on this list. It has much more rewatchable factor than The Substance does, in my opinion. But I'll get to it. Not that one yet, but I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Okay.
Amelia Perez.
You're an ass. You are an ass. Anyways, number 5 is Doom Part 2. It's fantastic. Again,
I still have yet to watch.
The ending kind of went a little off the rails, but
I mean, I just love when Batista smashes that guy in the fucking control board. That was just a really great scene.
incredible scene. I mean, but of course I love the final fight between Paul Atreides and fuck, what's his name? Come on, what's his name? Fade?
That was Austin Butler's character, right?
Yep, but Austin Butler's character, Fade. I love that final fight though. Directed perfectly.
Yes.
Right there. Right there. Then number 4 is Wicked. Now and also to be clear, not a complete movie. So it is not a complete movie. It's a great film. Don't get me wrong. It's not a complete movie though. I need to see part 2.
I mean, I never thought I was ever gonna watch Wicked. I mean, my sister, who's in the car with me right now, who I had to pick up, she was a big fan of the Broadway musical, and she loves it, is what she's saying. And I was shocked how much I loved Wicked. Like, I was shocked.
That's not even the full part.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
That's kind of why I was saying, like, that's why it's a little bit lower than some people would have it, is because it's not a complete movie, and I want to see part 2 to really like complete my feelings with that. It's the same thing with Across the Spider-Verse for me. Like, not a complete movie, and I want to see how it wraps up first before I change my thoughts. Like,
and then what's number 3 for you?
The Brutalist.
Okay.
Again, I mean, to be completely honest, despite how hard of a watch that film can be, I actually could see myself watching it again. Because it is such a masterclass of filmmaking. It is such an amazing looking movie.
Very few 3-hour movies that I can easily rewatch over and over again. The Brutalist, don't know about it, but still a great film.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get mad at you for not rewatching it. I mean, it's a movie.
Yeah.
So, and then now this is the one I've seen 3 times that I actually found myself that I find more rewatchable than The Substance and than some of these other ones I talked about. Conclave.
I have not seen Conclave. That's the one with Ray Fiennes, right?
Yeah, and it is one of the most thought-provoking films I have ever seen, dude. Like, when you get to that ending, it's so good.
Yeah, I definitely got to check it out. I'm a big fan of Ray Fiennes.
And then, of course, Process of Elimination. Number 1's Anora.
Anora was fucking incredible. Taylor, did you see Anora?
Just because of the first minutes of the film.
No, it's not because of the first after the first 40 minutes, because the first 40 minutes were, I mean, nice to look at, but it was after that the film really started to pick up a lot of steam, and by that ending, bro, hit me.
I mean, Luke, without spoiling the ending to Anora, I wanted to kind of touch upon something. What in your... this is going to be really hard to explain. What did you take away from the ending of the film? The way I took away from it is, and once again, small minor spoilers, but nothing too crazy will ruin anything. I feel like the ending was almost kind of representing the fact that like, Anora talks to that guy and she decides to just do what she's doing, what she's done best for a long time. But then obviously when the whole breakdown happens, her kind of realizing that she has to go back to what she was good at, even though she doesn't like to do it. She's very good at it, but you can tell she really doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, like, it was crazy to think that, and just the emotions that she had to go through, like, with that one scene, like, it's incredible. Like, I mean, Mikey Madison herself is incredibly proud of this movie, and I see why.
Dude, I did not feel the time length of that movie. Even though it was 2 hours and 25 minutes, I did not feel the length of that movie at all.
It honestly flies by. Like,
and it's fucking hilarious, too.
You got married illegally, it's a fraud marriage, and we're getting it annulled. A fraud marriage? Like,
Oh,
we're
or what about
consenting
she's on-
adults and we got married legally.
What about she was on the phone? No, you go fuck yourself, you stupid motherfucker.
Like, me go fuck myself. How about you go fuck yourself, motherfucker? And
Mikey
I'm
Mikey Madison nailed the New York. I don't know if she's from New York originally. Broadway. Okay.
She's not. She's not, but
she nailed that the New York accent. But no, I'm very fingers crossed, and I'm trying to get hopefully my sister can watch Nora so she can experience it too. But dude, if I really hope that Nora wins Best Picture. I don't know if it will, but I really hope Mikey Madison wins. But it's very mixed. If Emilia Perez wins, then I'm gonna lose my crap.
then
The Academy won't be that stupid to do that.
even though they were stupid enough to nominate it for 13 awards.
I think that's the first time a movie's ever been nominated that much since Titanic.
There's been quite a bit, but I can tell you this. You want to know the number one film for me that deserved all of those nominations that Emilia Perez got, all 13?
What?
Nora?
Nosferatu. Yes.
I do not care what people say. I'm sorry. Nosferatu deserved all the Oscars.
It does. Dude. I wish I could have been nominated for an Oscar. This was my way of showing people I can act since I was in The Crow.
But I would say,
Nosferatu was incredible.
I gotta check it out. I got it here.
Bill Skarsgård. Can we? I mean, dude, Bill Skarsgård in that movie, like one of the most unrecognizable performances.
Even his voice, bro. I mean, and that was not done by special. He had to learn how to throat sing.
And that is incredible, dude. Like the way he does that, like, oh my god, dude.
And dude, do you know how?
Proves another reason why I love Bill Skarsgård. Like,
do you know how hard throat singing is to do?
I'm sure it's incredibly hard. Like,
very hard. I mean, but he was incredible. Okay, would you guys say that Bill is probably the most talented Skarsgård, or is he not up there yet?
I think with what he was able to accomplish with Nosferatu, and also with his work as Pennywise, and proving he can kick some ass, I'd say yeah.
Is he a better actor? Is he a better actor than his father?
Oh, wait, who's it? We're trying to remember who's his father again.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Stellan Skarsgård. I did not know that was his father. Like, a part of me was thinking it was Alexander Skarsgård, but then I'm a fucking.
No, I think Alex is his brother.
Not sure if I go that far, but Bill, he's close.
I mean, Stellan. One of my favorite performances, even though it's not like a great movie, I just love Stellan in the film. Deep Blue Sea. You know, he gets his arm ripped off by the shark.
Oh God.
Good Will Hunting. Good Will Hunting. He was the professor in Good Will Hunting.
Michael, did you pre-order the Deep Blue Sea 4K from Arrow?
There's a 4K for Deep Blue Sea coming out.
Yep, next month.
Oh my god!
This guy was like, "Oh shit!"
I fucking love Deep Blue Sea. Can you name me a better movie where LL Cool J has like some weird sexual relationship with his pet bird?
I mean, come on.
I know they didn't portray it in that movie, but the way he would talk to the bird, like, yeah, here you go, bird, lick that cream. And he's got like whipped cream on his finger. It's like, man, you got a weird relationship with your parrot.
Luke, show this because I'm gonna make Michael cream his pants on how this Deep Blue Sea edition is gonna look.
Okay, here we go.
Deep Blue Sea. Holy moly. Dude, Deep Blue Sea, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. All shark movies are terrible. They all suck. Deep Blue Sea is legitimately a fucking awesome shark movie.
And that's how much it's going for on Amazon.
How much does it say?
$45.77.
I'm still paying for it.
March 18th. March 18th it will be released.
Taylor, you want to buy it for me? Okay.
There you go. Thanks to me that I let you know that Deep Blue Sea's coming out on 4K.
There you go.
Well, I got something to look forward to, man. I fucking love Deep Blue Sea. Michael Rappaport, Thomas Jane, Samuel L. Jackson getting eaten within midway of his speech.
And that
We're
was,
gonna seal off this book.
funny.
Ah!
Fun fact, did you guys know Samuel L. Jackson was actually supposed to be in the entire movie? But Samuel L. Jackson hated that speech so much that he suggested to Rennie Harlan, just kill me midway through the speech. And it actually worked, because that is like one of the most unexpected scenes ever.
But it's also
Yeah,
one
that
of the
was
funniest too.
unexpected when I saw that for the first time.
That
It's
scene
under-
is seriously so freaking love that. But
Ah, man, I love Michael Rappaport in that movie too. Hey, you want to go swimming with your little fishies, miss? You go right ahead.
You know what? You know what I also got, Michael. I don't know if you've seen this film, Body Parts.
I have never. Body Part? Who's in that?
Jeff Fahey.
Jeff Fahey.
Body
Also,
Parts.
I think also Brad Dourif is in that one too.
Brad Dorson. Yeah.
Ooh, Chucky.
But I can give you the rundown of that movie. Just the simplest way I can describe it.
Good.
So a guy gets in a car accident. It
Jeff
costs
Fahey.
him his arm. So yeah, Jeff Fahey gets in a car accident. It costs him his arm, and the surgeons give him an arm transplant. But the catch is, the arm that the donor's arm, the guy that the arm used to belong to was a serial killer.
Ooh, sounds beautiful. So
And in the trailer, the arm goes crazy on Jeff.
Yep.
Fahey.
so it sounds like Evil Dead.
I would say kind of, but just like, with just with an arm transplant.
Interesting.
And then also picked up a performance from Criterion.
Which movie is that?
Performance. It has Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones in it.
The only Mick Jagger I know.
Yep. Also has James Fox.
Oh, dude. Was
It's
this
a 70s? It's a 70s film.
Correct me if this was last year or the year before. Do you agree that Mia Goth was snubbed for not even getting nominated?
Yes.
I fucking loved Maxine. Taylor, you saw Maxine, right?
Yo, yeah, I loved it.
I really enjoyed Maxine. I mean, I did not love it as much as X and Pearl, but I really, really enjoyed Maxine.
X was awesome. Okay, but Mia Goth deserved a nomination just for that scene where she steps on that guy's wee-wee.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
That was a really painful scene to watch.
Yeah. But
And Michael, I got these yesterday, and these are both released today. So Amazon sent me these two early yesterday.
Which ones are those?
Body Parts and Performance. They sent these to me yesterday when they're supposed to be released today.
Okay.
they do that sometimes, but I mean, hey, not a big deal.
Thank you to Amazon for sending me them early, a day before release day.
Do you want to know the last movie I ever got from Amazon? It's actually kind of like a random pick. I got Beethoven.
Oh, a good one.
I've never seen Beethoven.
You're not really missing out. I mean, it's just a fun little silly film from the 90s.
Dog film.
Yeah. Cute dog,
It's just-
by the way.
Yeah,
I know it
Gitchy, I, da.
I know it has Charles Grodin in it.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah,
But
he's great in it.
But here's the one that I got. This is also a Criterion. I also hit pre-order on this fast because this film didn't even have I don't even think it even had a Blu-ray release until Criterion announced it, which is a Drugstore Cowboy.
What?
This is a movie.
They finally released it on Criterion.
Yep, it's real, and I have it in my hands on 4K.
Ah!
Oh shit! What have I done?
He has to order that now. And Deep Blue Sea.
And get this. Have you guys ever seen a SLC Punk?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Salt Lake City Punk. Yeah, I've heard of that one.
Okay, so Matthew Lillard and Devin Sawa. It's one of my all-time favorites. Gotcha, David. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, and for the longest time, it was never on Blu-ray. However, they released it on 4K. But this is what's stupid about it. It's on 4K, but they don't sell it on 4K by itself. You actually have to buy a Sony collection bundle, which is like $150. But it comes. And here's what's weird though. It's so weird. Like it comes with that. It comes with Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It comes with that one movie, something New York, with Philip Seymour Hoffman, the Charlie Kaufman movie.
Connected in New York.
Yes, they have that.
Oh, that's
part of it.
Yeah,
it's the Sony Pictures Classics collection.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought it was the Columbia Pictures collection.
No, it's Sony Pictures Classics is the
isn't Columbia linked with Sony?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
but they don't release like the ones that are like with Sony Pictures Classics. Like that's like it's its whole separate thing.
Yeah,
right, gotcha. Okay. But man, wow, Drugstore Cowboy, fucking wow, Matt Dillon, man. I mean, come on, man, fucking love Matt Dillon.
I've never seen
it. I actually like when I was getting on like a kick of movies about drugs. Like that was one of the ones I watched, and I fell in love with that movie. Like
Drugstore Cowboy, Requiem for a Dream, and Trainspotting.
You can't forget. Let me grab it actually really quick because it's literally right behind me.
And he also Luke also pre-ordered this film as well. Performance.
I didn't order that just yet. I added it to my cart.
Yeah. Oh, you added it to your cart. Yeah.
But here is possibly one of the funniest movies that is also a very accurate depiction of drugs. That's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yes, there you go.
I never seen it.
This movie is so damn funny, but it is also such an accurate depiction of drug use.
It's very well. I mean, you got Antonio. Why did I say Antonio Banderas? That was stupid. Fucking Benicio del Toro and Johnny Depp.
And you got a scene in this film when Benicio del Toro wants Johnny Depp to throw a radio in the bathtub with him when White Rabbit comes on.
Oh
my God!
Raul is such a great character.
Half Baked, you could say, is a funny comedy about drugs.
I mean, this is
it basically is a comedy, honestly.
It is a comedy, but it's also a really accurate depiction because it also does kind of depicts hallucinations when you take some heavy drugs. Like,
have you seen I'm sure you've probably seen this, Luke. It's not a really popular movie, but it has a decent cast. It's called Spun.
Spun.
Haven't heard of it.
It's
not quite ringing a bell.
It's Mickey Rourke, John Leguizamo, and Brittany Murphy.
Okay, yeah, that one definitely does not ring a bell. I do need to check that out.
It's not on Blu-ray, unfortunately, but it's not a great movie by any means, but it is a very, very realistic take on like junkies and stuff, and it's actually hard to watch sometimes, honestly, but it's a good one.
You didn't tell me that Jason Schwartzman was in this. I love that guy.
I'm looking it up now. It has Jason Schwartzman, John Leguizamo, Mina Savari, Alexis Arquette, Eric Roberts, Brittany Murphy, and Mickey Rourke.
Eric Roberts is in everything.
Yeah. Also, I also looked up the cast. It says Josh Peck is in this, and it says the character named Fat Boy.
That's fucked up.
It's a good one, but anyways, gentlemen, I'm pulling up right now to a gas station, so I'm gonna have to get off here in a bit. But I do apologize to you guys and to everybody else watching that I wasn't able to be here for the beginning, and very interesting to see me driving a car doing this stream, and surprisingly haven't gotten pulled over yet.
You got lucky, but hey, you came, and that's awesome. I'm glad you came.
All that matters.
Are you guys doing? Are we going to be doing another one on Sunday? Are you doing another hangout on Sunday?
For the Oscars, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watch one.
That's right, the Oscars. That's right. Okay.
Well, that's what we're doing.
I'm definitely gonna. I still gotta watch a couple movies for like the Oscar Best Picture nominees. What I do is I watch all the Best Picture nominees and basically do my debate. But this Sunday we'll get to see if Emilia Perez wins the Best Picture.
Hopefully it doesn't. But
if that happens,
we'll
that's
see.
gonna be the biggest reaction on the stream.
That like I'm just I'll just basically pull out an airsoft gun really quick and I'll just go boom 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 because it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
oh man,
before I just want to clarify this really quick before YouTube tries to demonetize me. This gun is not real. I promise.
It's a toy gun, folks.
It's an airsoft, so it's not real.
Don't worry. Well, anyways, guys, it was great talking with you guys. Thank you all to the viewers watching this. Thank you for Luke and Michael for having me on this show. And if I get a ticket, I'll send you guys the bill.
All right. Well, all right. But yeah, we're also gonna go ahead and wrap up. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to both these guys right here. And because
you guys on Sunday.
We'll see you guys on Sunday for the Oscar stream.
Peace.
Peace. Peace.